Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Zebron Ernest. I'll be taking you through the questions that my students sent me, and I have plenty of them. Okay, so there we go. So let me try to do a review on where we ended. Okay, in the previous video, this is where we ended, and we did until here. So let us continue from where we ended. So there we go. So we have this question here. This question says that Hassan produces apple juice using apples grown on his farm. He has 108 apple trees, and each tree produces 40 kilograms of apples per year. So we have to start from this sentence here, that Hassan has 180 apple trees, and each tree produces 40 kilograms of apples per year. So we start from this sentence here, that one tree produces 40 kilograms. So you're gonna go ahead writing that one tree produces 40 kgs, 40 kilograms of apples per year. Now, how about 180? How about 180 trees? Will produce how many kilograms? Okay, so we go ahead with cross multiplication there, and you end up getting something like 180 times 40, and then the answer you get is divided by 1. So this will be equal to 180 times 40, and the answer will be in kilograms. Okay, right? So you can try calculating that using your own calculator, and then you can try to see how many kilograms will 180 apples produce. Okay. All right, so we have 180 times 40. So we're gonna go ahead multiplying that. 180 multiplied by 40. So we can see that 180 times 40, the answer is 7200. So here you go ahead writing 7200. Okay. So we have 7200. These are kilograms. Okay. Now keep going. So we already know that 180 apple trees will produce 7,200 kilograms per year. Now, to make 1 liter of apple juice, Hassan needs 2.5 kilograms of apples. So 1 liter, to make 1 liter of apple juice, Hassan needs 2.5 kilograms. Now, these 7200 kilograms will give how many liters of apple juice? Okay. Now you continue doing, so you're gonna do this calculation, which is 1 times 7200. The answer you get, you divide by 2.5. So this will be equal to 7. This will be equal to 1 times 720, remain the same number. So you're gonna take that number, which is 7200, divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5. So you end up getting that 7200 divided by 2.5, the answer is 2880. The answer is 2880. This is the amount of liters that Hassan will be able to produce. Okay, so 2880, that is the amount of liters that Hassan will be able to produce. So to make 1 liter of apple juice, Hassan needs 2.5 kilograms of apples. Okay, so we have got 2880 liters of juice. Okay, but then we need to calculate the number of bottles there. Okay, let us keep going. So to make 1 liter of apple juice, Hassan needs 2.5 kilograms of apples. Okay, so he sells his apple juice in 0.75 liter bottles. Okay, so meaning that one bottle is a capacity of 0.75 liters. Okay, so one bottle, he sells his apple juice in 0.75 liter bottles. Okay, so one bottle can have a capacity of 0.75 liters. So how about 2880? How about 2880 liters? This will be equal to how many bottles? So you cross multiply and you end up getting 1 times 2880. The answer you get divided by 0.75. So this will be equal to, so go ahead, taking this answer, because 1 times 2880 remains 2,880. So you need to divide that by 0.75. So you end up getting 3840, end up getting 3840 bottles. Yeah? So that will be their final answer, 3840 bottles. So go ahead writing the answer here, that is 3840 bottles, and you get your 3 marks. Okay, I think that is very clear, and 3840 bottles, that looks to be easy, and there we go. So the next question that my student sent me is this question here. All right, so the question looks a bit dark, but I will try figuring out things here. So we have this question here. In this question, use a ruler. You're supposed to use a ruler and a compass only, and show your construction lines. You are supposed to show your construction lines. Now we are supposed to complete this construction. This construction here is the step of constructing an angle of 60 degrees. Now we are supposed to complete this construction. So as you can see that they started with a line here. So you can clearly see that they started with a line. Let me try to zoom in this line. So they started with this line here. And then on this line, they have made an arc. They have made an arc. Let me try to show you, because this arc is not showing properly. So let me try to increase its thickness. Okay. So this is the arc which they have created. Let's try to increase its thickness. Yes. So there we go. So this is the arc that they have made. So they have created an arc and a line. Now you want to complete the construction of an angle of 60 degrees. So what we basically do, you take your compass, like this, close it like so, close it like this, and then after closing this compass, then put the sharp end of the compass like that. Put the sharp end of the compass at that point there, and then you open your compass until you reach the arc. You see, you open your compass until you reach this arc here, which is drawn for you. Then after setting up the compass like this, then remove your compass, then put your compass at this point here. Put your compass. Can you see the sharp end of the compass? Put it here. And then turn your compass. Turn your compass in such a way that you will be able to draw another arc. You'll be able to draw another arc, cutting the previous arc. So you'll have the 2 arcs which are meeting at that point. And at the point where at the point where the two arcs meet, put a dot like that. And then after putting a dot like so, and what you're supposed to do is then take your ruler, connect this endpoint here, connect this endpoint here with that dot we have created. Okay, connect that point here to this point. So how do we connect? Just take a good look on how we connect that. So connect from here to that point. So you connect it that way. And then after connecting this way, then remove your ruler. Now, how do you know that? How do you know that this angle, here is clearly 60 degrees? How do you know that that angle is clearly 60 degrees? How do you know that your construction have gone good? You take a protector and then measure this angle by setting a protector, by putting the center of the protector at this point here, and then measure this angle. Just measure this angle here. Can you see this angle? This angle is clearly 60 degrees. Can you see that? This angle is clearly 60 degrees. Let me try to position the pair of the protector nicely. If I set it this way, you will clearly see that this line is clearly 60 degrees. It's clearly 60 degrees because reading begins from 0. Okay, so you can see that that angle is clearly 60 degrees. Okay, that angle will be clearly 60 degrees. Okay, so this angle is clearly 60 degrees. As you can see it, that is 60 degrees. So we have created an angle 60 degrees using a compass and a ruler only. A protector will be used just for checking purpose. Okay. Now the next question will be this question here. In the diagram, in this diagram you see, in the diagram, angle BAC is 90 degrees. Okay. We are given this angle here. So in the diagram, angle BAC is 90 degrees. So BAC, they mean this angle here. They mean this angle here is 90 degrees. BAC is equal to 90 degrees. Now use the diagram to construct an angle of 45 degrees. Now to construct an angle of 45 degrees, we need to bisect. To construct an angle of 45 degrees, we need to bisect 90 degrees, meaning take 90 degrees, then half that, you're supposed to half that angle 90 degrees, meaning that divide the 90 degrees into 2 equal halves. And when you do that, you're going to end up getting 45 degrees. So you need to bisect this angle 90 degrees. Now, how do we bisect this angle 90 degrees? We need to have the two tools. The tools are, we need to have a compass, which is here. We need to have a compass. Take that compass and then close it. Okay, so we need a compass and also we need a ruler. Okay, we don't need more than that. So we only need a compass and we need a ruler. You can use a protector just to confirm whether your construction went good. Okay, so now how do we bisect this angle? How do we cut this angle into 2 equal parts? You take your protector, you take a compass and then put it here, right? Then turn this compass like so, then open it this way. Okay, open it that way. And then draw an arc somewhere here. Draw an arc somewhere here. To cut line AB, you have to draw an arc that will cut line AB. Likewise, you have to cut line AC. Likewise, you have to cut line AC. You have to cut line AC. So these are steps of bisecting an angle. Now, can you see that at the point where the arc crosses a line, they form a point. So go ahead marking these points. Go ahead marking those points using a dot. And then finally, take again what we call a compass. Take again what we call a compass. Okay. Then take this compass, put it somewhere there. And you can try to adjust. You can try to open this compass a bit wider than previous. You can try opening that compass a little bit wider than previous. And then go ahead drawing an arc. Go ahead drawing an arc. Go ahead drawing an arc. And this arc will be drawn somewhere here. So go ahead drawing an arc somewhere here. Okay, go ahead drawing an arc somewhere there. And then do not disturb. Do not open this compass again. Do not disturb this compass. Come and stand at this point, at that point there, and turn your compass in such a way that you will be in a position of cutting this previous arc. You'll be in position of cutting that previous arc. Now, can you see that? After doing so, can you see that we are getting another new point? Can you see that we are getting another new point? Somewhere here. So go ahead marking that point using a dot. And then after doing that, what you're supposed to do is go ahead taking a ruler, which is this ruler here. Take this ruler, and then connect this point to that point. Connect that point to this point. Okay. Now set it nicely so that you can have that point set there, and they should line up with that point. Okay, they have to line up with this point. Okay, make sure that they line up, right? So I think they are already in line, and then you take your ruler. Once your ruler is set this direction, then you can connect from the start point until the new point there. So you'll be getting something like this, okay? Now, guarantee I'm telling you that this angle, if you take a protector and measure this angle here, if you take a protector and measure this angle will be equal to 45 degrees. And also, if you take your time, measure that angle, you will clearly see that those two angles will each be 45 degrees. Okay? And this is the way how we bisect an angle, right? So use the diagram to construct an angle 45 degrees. Either way how we do that, right? Good, so let us proceed to the next question. The next question is this question here, okay? This question, I think this question is repeated. Hassan produces apple juice. This question is repeated. So I'm gonna go ahead deleting this question and then close that slide. This slide is not supposed to be there. Then we go to this slide, yeah? Okay, so this question looks a bit dark. It looks pretty dark, but I'm gonna try figuring out things here. The diagram shows, the diagram you see here shows a rectangle, ABCD. Now, if this is a rectangle, you know that from here to here will be the length, and from here to here will be 18. Now, what is this AEF? What is this doing? Okay, they are saying that E is the midpoint of AB. E is the midpoint of AB. This point here is the midpoint of line AB. Now, if this point here is the midpoint of line AB, if this point is the midpoint of line AB, therefore, if this side is 24 centimeters, it means from here to here will be 12 centimeters, and from here to here will also be 12 centimeters. How did I know? Because this is a rectangle. They say that ABCD is a rectangle, and this side from here to here is clearly 24. So if E is the midpoint, That means 24 will be divided into 2 equal halves. So we're going to have this side AE 12 and EB 12. Total will be 24. Okay, what else then? EF is 12.5. EF from E to F is 12.5 centimeters, and that is shown. Now calculate the shaded area. Now, as you can see that, the question is asking for calculating the shaded area, but as you can see in my diagram, the picture that was sent to me by my students, you can see that I don't see any part which is shaded, okay? Because the diagram looks pretty dark. But I'm gonna go ahead assuming that this part here is the one which is shaded. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to guess that perhaps this part is the one which is shaded, okay? Now, what should I do to find the shaded part? If I assume that, okay, let me try to shade. Let me try to shade using my tools here. Okay, so let us try to repeat afresh. So E is a midpoint. E is a midpoint, meaning that from A to E will be 12 centimeters. E to B will be 12 centimeters. Now let me assume that because the diagram is looking pretty dark, so I can't know which part is shaded. So I'm trying to assume that the shaded part will be all the way this part here. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Okay, will be that part. I'm not sure if that will be the shaded part. If that is not the shaded part, then take a picture clearly and then come back to me. Okay, but I'm going to assume that the shaded part is that point there. Okay, this is the shaded part. Now, if this shaded part, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the area of a rectangle. I'm gonna find the area of the entire rectangle. I'm gonna find the area of the entire rectangle. So here, find the area of the entire rectangle. Now this rectangle is ABCD. So the area of the rectangle will be 12 times 18. Sorry, the area of this rectangle will be 24 times 18. So go ahead, writing area of a rectangle equals to 24 times 18, and this will be equal to, do this calculation, 24 times 18. 4 times 18, the answer, 24 times 18, the answer is 432. So we are getting 432, and that is centimeter square. That will be centimeter square. Okay, and then next, I will go ahead finding the area of this triangle. I'm gonna go ahead finding the area of that triangle. So now, how do we find the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle equals to 1/2 times height times the base. Now, as you can see that the base here is 12, the base here is 12, but the height, how high is this triangle? We don't know. We have to apply Pythagoras theorem to find the height. We have to apply Pythagoras theorem to find how high the triangle will be. So how do we do that? Label this as A, label this as B, and label that hypotenuse as C. So we're gonna first find the value of the height there, which will be C squared equals to A squared plus B squared, okay? So what is C? C is 12.5, 12.5 squared equals to A is 12 squared, then plus B squared. B squared is missing because this B is the one which we're looking for. B is the height, B is the height, okay? So what is 12.5 squared? So go ahead using a calculator. 12.5 square is 156.25. So 156.25. Okay, and 12 square is 144, and then plus B square. I'm looking for how much B will be. So this 144 will be taken to the other side. So this will be 156.25 minus 144. This equals to B squared. Okay. Now, what is that equal to? So we're gonna have 156.25, you minus with 144 equals to 12.25. Now we have 12.25 equals to b squared. How do we find the value of b? Just find square root on both sides. And then you end up getting b, which is your height. B, which is your height, will be equal to square root of that answer. So just do square root of that. When you do square root of 12.25, when you do square root of 12.25, the answer is 3.5. So the answer will be 3.5. The answer is 3.5. Okay, so meaning that 3.5 is this, 3.5 is this height here. So the height here will be 3.5 centimeters. Now we can find the area of that triangle. So area of that triangle, area of a triangle will be equal to 1/2 times height. Height, we got it with 3.5. 3.5 times the base. The base in this case, will be equal to 12. 12, which we have seen initially, so times 12. And then go ahead simplifying this, that is 6, and then you end up getting 3.5 times 6. So 3.5 times 6, so we have 3.5 already, so we multiply by 6. So we have 21, okay? So we have 21, all right? This will be equal to 21 centimeters squared. So the area of this small portion, the area of this triangle here is equal to 21, is equal to 21 centimeters squared. While the area of the whole rectangle, we got it, it is, the area of the whole rectangle is 432. Now we can go ahead finding the area shaded. Now the area shaded will be the area of the rectangle minus the area of the triangle. So go ahead writing here, area shaded will be equal to the area of the whole rectangle, which is 432 minus 21. When you subtract this, you end up getting 432 minus 21, 432 minus 21. So you get it, you end up getting 411 centimeters squared, 411 centimeters squared. So this is the area shaded. So you can pause the video and then try copying the notes of this question. This question was a bit tricky, but I have assumed that the area shaded is how shown here. So because the picture did not show clearly which region was shaded. Okay, so then I have to stop here until next time, but stand by for the upcoming videos because I have plenty of questions here. All right, so until next time, bye bye for now.